Meeting will now come to order. The invocation will be given by Ms. Daly, followed by the pledge by Mr. McMillan.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for watching over us, taking care of us. And Lord, we just pray for everyone. Lord, we just pray for the ones that are sick. And Lord, we just pray that we won't have any more that would get sick. And Lord, we just pray for our children and our parents and our grandparents who are working through all this. And Lord, we just ask you to be with us and watch over us and take care of us. These things are best in my name. Amen.
Salute, pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It is the 14th of April, 2020, and it's right around 5 o'clock. Roll call, everyone is here. I hear a motion to approve the agenda.
Make it motion.
Second,
Second.
any discussion or questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Need a approval of the minutes. They were mailed. I hear a motion.
Make a motion.
Second,
Second.
any discussion or questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We received the financial report and bank reconciliations. And, need a motion to approve the bills for March 2020. Hear a motion.
Make that motion.
Second,
Second.
any discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
You opposed? Same sign. Approval of bids. Bid 192002, bus bid. Superintendent recommends accepting the bid from Southland Transportation Group to purchase 21 buses at a unit cost of $95,008.23 and a total cost of $1,995,172.83. Now hear a motion.
Make it motion.
Second,
Second.
any discussion or questions?
Yes, Mr. Oakley, I'll turn it over to Mr. Lowry at this time and Mr. Haywood for any questions or comments. I will say the buses, that includes several options. Mr. Lowry, what all does that $95,000 bid come with for each of the 21 buses?
The base price for the buses were 83,000. We're also including a extended warranty. They come with 5 years, 100,000 miles. We're going to 10 years, 10 years, 100,000 miles. And then we're also including air conditioners. So we're going to start, as long as we can afford them, we're going to start putting air conditioners. And those buses will probably go to the longest routes in the county. The kids who are on the buses the longest, so they get the most benefit from the air conditioners. And the next time we buy them, everybody should have air conditioners.
And the other option on there is a PA.
PA system, yes.
So they can talk to the kids if they need to.
4 cameras.
Yeah, the
And
4
4
cameras are standard, that's. And this funding is part of that bond issue we just did, so I don't know if y'all was clear on that, but
Yeah.
we included these
What about the
buses.
money? We should have ordered buses already.
Yeah, well,
A
it's
year
talking about
ago.
the fleet renewal.
Yeah.
Yeah, our fleet renewal has been decreasing because the number of buses we have is going down,
Right.
which is, unusual in the fact that the fleet renewal allocations have actually been going up. But Bibb County's total allocation has been going down because of the number of buses that are older than 10 years old.
Yeah.
So it's more, a school system can either pay for maintenance on buses or you can pay debt service for new buses. And this is just an efficient way to run a bus system. So it is part of that bond issue that we just received. The money is in the bank, so we're gonna go ahead and order these buses.
Good deal. Well, it's really past time. I mean,
Yeah, it's past time.
not only need wise, but
How many do we have that's not on fleet renewal, Kenny?
Well, the 21 buses that we're replacing are the ones that are not on our fleet renewal.
Yeah, so
The
they're
09
not,
models.
which means we get no money from the
Wow.
state.
And they are our major maintenance
Yeah.
costs for this last year, the 09s were.
So once we replace these 21,
All of our fleet
all
will
of
be
our
on fleet
fleet will be
renewal.
on renewal.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good deal. All right, all in favor? All right, any opposed? Bid 19, thank y'all for that, thank y'all. Bid 192003, fiber for alternative schools. Request to approve bid for 192003. Approve bid 192003 for fiber to the alternative school to channel communication in the amount of $18,185.10. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? I'm sorry, any discussion or questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Yep. Brent Elementary School re-roof. The superintendent recommends awarding the bid for Brent Elementary School re-roof to MF Morgan and Associates in the amount of $86,760. Do I hear a motion?
Make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions?
This is for actually the portion of the old building at Brent School. We actually, it's been a while back, but we put this out for bid, and this was really a good bid according to our people at Ward Scott. And again, it's not the whole school, but it's the oldest portion of Brent School that was due for some roof repairs. It certainly would have been much more if it were the whole school.
Is that about the going rate for a
That is-
re-roof?
Well, I'll tell you, you got that bid sheet in front of you, you can see it was
That's
kind of
great.
surprising for us, but the references checked out, and the architect said they would keep a close eye on it, but they were gonna go with the low bid. And both of the bids y'all are approving now are actually funded from the advancement technology money from the state. So
Good deal.
I don't know if it said that on there, but I just wanted y'all to know that's that money. It's budgeted for that, and it is in our current budget.
Good deal. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. As per recommendation by AASB, the board recognizes that certain policies may need to be suspended to easily provide the system with flexibility it needs to operate during this time. So I need to have a motion to approve the board resolution on suspension of policy during the COVID-19 school closure. Hear a motion? Second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions?
In particular, what policies, Mr. McGee?
Well, one already that we've sort of looked at and made a decision was the exam exemption policy. You know, we have a board policy that we reinstituted in the fall that tied attendance into exam exemptions. And in discussions with principals with the school closure, it was felt strongly that we needed to exempt all students 7 through 12 from exams. So that would be a type of policy that that we would be looking at. Right off the top of my head, I don't know of any others. I think the way the resolution reads is if there are any others to come up, I'd certainly contact each of you and let you know. But honestly, I don't know what might come up similar to the exam exemption policy. That's just an example.
At this time, I'm sure you're aware of the problem, but according to the news, 2 of our surrounding school systems, I believe it's Tuscaloosa County and maybe Jefferson. I'm not sure which ward now, but you know, our teachers, I understand, have been providing assignments for the students and collecting them later to grade them.
Yes, sir.
And my concern is that as a responsibility from all those sources of whoever's filling out the questionnaires or answers, doing them for them. I'm sure they getting help.
Well,
Maybe older brothers, sisters, mothers, daddies. It increases the chances for contamination of the COVID-19 virus by the number of people that have it, and puts the teacher possibly at greater risk. And I think those two systems have suspended the policy of having to collect it. They still send the work home, but they don't have to collect it. And I believe the grades were based on the last grading. The final grades for this year are gonna be based on the final grade we had for school official vote. But that's my understanding. Somebody else might expand on that.
Well, I know that there are some school systems that, went back to the third 9 weeks and graded students whatever grade they had at the end of the third 9 weeks, that their fourth 9-week grade would at least be that high, it wouldn't go lower. Some of those school systems are on a traditional full-year schedule, not on a block schedule, semester block like our 7th through 12th graders are. Certainly with our K through 6, they're on a full year. They're not necessarily on a semester block where you get 4 or 5 credits first semester and 4 or 5 credits second semester. As far as what you're talking about, though, getting work and returning it back, and the chance for it being contaminated or whatever, you're right, that's certainly something that I think we could, I think all I would have to do would be to call Montgomery and say our plan that we turned in on April the 3rd, or 2nd actually, I just have to say we'd like to amend our plan.
Right. Right.
That's something that we could do if that's something the board feels strongly about,
That's
or
just
like
my
to discuss
personal,
it this time.
that's my personal view, out of concern of the teachers and of course principals too.
I feel strongly about that, because I feel like we're doing the first harm. They bring all those papers back, and the teachers has to pick them up and get them graded. I mean, even if you let them sit there, they're gonna be in a packet, then you're gonna take them out. So I'm not sure how long it stays on there, but I just think we're asking, just really asking the teachers to bring the terms back into possible of them getting something. We don't know what the parents have, or the grandparents are working, they're staying. We don't know if they're sick or not.
Is it what you're talking about, having them turn them back in, or both pick them up and turn them in?
Just don't turn them back in.
Just don't turn them back in.
Send them out, but don't require them to return.
Okay.
I don't think it'd be valid anyway. If you're gonna base a test score on it, it wouldn't be valid anyhow. We don't know who did the work.
Right. The one thing that I would bring up to that is, if we revert back to the third 9 weeks grade, and we have students that actually fail, what a lot of other systems are doing are making it optional. If they do want to turn it in, they can bring the grade up. Now, that, to me, that's, if you just say, well, whatever you had the third 9 weeks, that's your grade, I honestly don't know how many of our students that would impact, of saying, well, they failed the third 9 weeks and the fourth 9 weeks, and would jeopardize them failing for the year.
Let me suggest this then. Go ahead, continue passing out the work, giving them the work. Those that want to, this is just an idea and it may not work, but those that are in danger of failing or feel like they may fail could somehow or another be tested. Give them a chance to pass the test, not remotely, but say an auditorium, come to school, space them apart, this is brainstorming now, but give them a chance to take a final exam and, that's what their final grade would be averaged into.
Well, one thing I'd say to that is, the State Department of Education has said no student should come to the school
I see.
until June the 5th, if not
Right,
later.
that was
So
not that in my head.
we couldn't do that as far as them doing something or making the work optional. If you want to turn it in to get your grade up,
Right,
that seems to be what a lot of systems are doing. But we certainly could look into that and come up with something where where they don't have to turn the packets in. They can pick them up, but they don't have to turn them in unless
They
they
want extra credits.
need to get their grade up from the third 9 weeks.
right.
Ms. Jones?
I think if you do that, you're gonna have a lot of students that's not gonna be trying to do anything. If they know that they're not gonna get a grade on it or not gonna be held accountable for it,
Yeah.
they're just not gonna do the work.
So don't say that.
And then I think too, is there a way that we could sterilize those or spray them down and leave them there for a certain period of time before the teachers grade them? Because you're gonna have some kids that's just not gonna have the, accessibility to internet. It works in some places, some it doesn't. And then too, you think about going into the stores, you pick up canned goods, you pick up fruits and vegetables, parents are doing that. And there's a possibility of getting contaminated that way too, so, I'm just thinking
That's true.
the work packs.
That's true, but the less contact you can make, that's why some people are changing their shopping habits too. But my point is, that lessens the contact or chance of contact with the virus by teachers primarily and principals. But, so I think it could be a solution. And as far as the argument for they're not gonna do the work, we don't know where they did the work anyway, as I said earlier. Who knows who did the work? So, I know it's a situation that's no easy answer, but I'm just trying to help prevent teachers from having more chance of being.
Oh, good questions. I mean, everybody's so paranoid about disinfecting and spraying, Lysol on anything to do, and we've all got most of them got hand sanitizer and stuff. I mean, it really is valid. I mean, there's a lot, I don't know if we go so far as say there's a liability, but what if somebody touched something that somebody had gotten from a contact with the COVID-19? I don't know. I mean, I just don't know.
I wonder how accessible it's
Other
in
systems.
Jefferson County or, the stuff I read is like she said, it's your responsibility, but you don't know even, you don't know if they're gonna do the work. We don't know that, but we also know that if they do the work, there's a chance of being exposed to the virus.
Well, we'll let you look into that, Mr. McGee, if you will.
I will.
If there's a chance to improve it, I know you will.
All right, we through discussing. It really is a great discussion because it's relevant and it's timely and it's safety featured, safety focused, so, which we need to be. I had a second from Mr. McMillan. I think I mistook Mr. Morris's question for a motion.
I think you did too.
Does somebody want to make a motion to go with Mike's second?
Marcia did.
You want to make a motion?
Motion by Mr. Moody, second by Mr. McMillan. Any discussion or questions other than what we've done? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. And I guess pending, Mr. McGee checking things. And you know what, let me say this though before we move on. I did read and I've heard where the virus can only live for 3 days on a surface. So, you know, if we, so that may be something we take into effect. I'm sure that some principals have told teachers, you know, give it a few days, because I mean, there's no rush, really.
We discussed that in our meeting.